on a delta in the river's mouth. We were born again out of the south. Songs of the field from an ancient herd are buried in the mud and blood and dirt.
Good morning and welcome back to our channel and welcome back to Sardinia. We are not where we left you in our previous video, but we're very close. In fact, we're just down the road a couple of 100 meters. Now, if you haven't seen our last video, we visited the beautiful little town of Bossa.
Absolutely beautiful.
We've had a couple of fantastic good weather days here along this coastline.
Discovered some beautiful cliffs, and it's just absolutely beautiful out here in the country.
We are moving on, and the reason why we moved from where we were last time is like we were just settling in Sunset, and we saw actually the military police, I think it's called, like they drove past us. In the next half an hour, about 20 motorhomes and vans started popping out of the
and
beach.
They started pulling in all around us, about 1 meter away from us, tight all around us. And we know that they are not supposed to be parking out in nature. This is a nature area, and people were scattered all over the coast, on the cliffs, absolutely everywhere. And that's not the way it's supposed to be.
There's a lot of confusion and online discussion about what you're allowed to do, and Sardinia is no different. You're not allowed to free camp, park off in nature, and you think you're going to get away with it, but you probably won't.
Sometimes you might, but that doesn't mean that it's what's meant to be done.
You are only allowed to overnight in a designated area. What is a designated area? That's open for interpretation. Usually, if it's a parking area that can be used with normal vehicle, and there's no prohibition on the type of vehicle, the size of vehicle,
or the hours,
then you should be able to overnight. But freestanding in nature is generally not allowed. But anyway, so a lot of people were a bit surprised, and they moved in very tight, and then we moved just down the road here, and there's nobody here again.
Well,
but let's get the show on the road.
This morning we're up very early.
Early, 8 o'clock.
And that's because we're going somewhere exciting today. Well, we've got a lot to do today.
Place to shop.
We are going to first go for a run along this coast to see a lighthouse that we can actually see from here. Then we've got to get water, LPG, find a package which may or may not be at a post office, shop for groceries, and then go and relax at some natural thermal springs. Okay. So that is the goal for today, is to find these thermal springs and hopefully be able to relax there.
No, that's a lot. But let's get rolling.
So let's go.
That's a lot. We might do nothing on that, so let's just go. Welcome to our channel. We're Andre and Lisa, a married South African-Italian couple who have been traveling together for 20 years, exploring more than 50 countries. Since 2018, we've been full-time nomads, with our goal being to make travel a sustainable, long-term way of life. For the past 3 years, we've been winding our way around Europe with our 22-year-old motorhome, Millie. We started 2024 with a 2-month Morocco adventure and some downtime in Spain. Right now, we're in Sardinia, looking for sun and enjoying its famous crystal clear blue waters. Our plan for the year is to get back to Denmark for midsummer, then make our way via Eastern Europe to Greece before winter. So hit that subscribe button and join our adventure. We made it to Cabo di San Giovanni. No, Cabo di San Marco.
Cabo di San Marco.
No, I'm trying a new thing today. I'm trying my 360 with a mic adapter, so hopefully there's no artifacts. Anyway, but at least it'll be slightly better sound.
No, I don't know, Mike.
No, you have to stay close to me, darling.
To stay close to you.
Speaking to my mic.
I wondered, I'm not sure when the Cape begins, because this is San Giovanni di Sinis, is a little village here with a church.
I don't see a village.
And what this peninsula is most famous for is the Tharos archaeological site, which is a huge archaeological area.
Yeah, it's just here. We're going to go right past it. So we can't go in. I think it's paid, but we're going to run right past it. There's also a lighthouse up here, and there's an old tower, hey? Okay, Melly, see you. There you go. Let's have a quick look at this boat before we continue. We are here. Beautiful beach, you can see. There we go. That's better. Lisa. Wow. What a beach. Okay, we're close to running. There's the entrance to archaeological site. I think we're going to go up there. You can actually see to our left here. Archaeological site. Always glad we get out on foot like this. But yeah, the rain can always be a bit more challenging than you anticipate. But one nice thing about this kind of activity in foreign soil. Okay, our run has definitely deteriorated a little bit into more of a hike. But I actually see the lighthouse right ahead of us. Almost there. Might have to pick another route back. Sardinia delivers yet again. Mamma mia, what a place. Good job. Good run to you. Now it's like 11. Quick breakfast, take me off. Gotta go.
What a day.
Doing all the work here today. Alright, let's go get some water and some fuel and hopefully some stray packages.
Definitely worth visiting Capo San Marco. Now it's actually been a while since we filled up. We last filled up in Spain and it was €139 per litre. And it's significantly more expensive in Italy. But here we've got diesel at a very good price of $1.77 per litre. And the reason why we're filling up here and why we found this good price is actually because there's supposedly a water point around the back here. Ready? Yeah.
Ooh, very tight.
We have got half an hour to get to the post office.
It's not far.
Are we going to make it?
Water.
I think we can make it.
Filled up.
Nice. We've
Fuel.
got fuel, water. Next we need LPG and food.
Yeah.
But first, to the post office!
It's not
And
gonna be
it's,
that bad.
I think, just on the next corner. Let's keep going. Yeah.
What we tried to do this time, for the first time actually, in Italy, is to use Poste Restante. But there's a catch, because the sender of the parcel must actually pay for that Poste Restante service. So if you have something sent from a delivery service or from Amazon, it's almost impossible for them to know that, and then they don't want to accept the packages. We normally would make use of collection points or drop boxes, but for some things it just doesn't work or it's not available. We'll see. We already missed one now, it's already been sent back, but maybe at least I get lucky.
I did learn something. So apparently the Fermo Posta service does work, and he did have my one package, but we only got 10 days to collect it and I was just too late, so they sent it back. He knows about that package, it was there, and he's got nothing else. He says GLS will not deliver to that. So GLS will then take it to your house. I'm like, well, I don't have a house. So the GLS package is completely missing. The one that was shipped with Posta Italia was here, but they sent it back. So that's a double fail.
Stop teasing me, Tizo.
Little treat.
Yeah, so this is our third time lucky. This one looks nice.
Those look really good. Yeah. These are formagelle, and they are little cheesecakes, Sardinian cheesecakes.
Ooh. This one's actually, I want to say, the best one we've had so far. The dough isn't too crispy, and it's not too dense. It's like a nice, soft, squishy. I approve. Lemony, delicious, yum.
Nice cup. Look how beautiful. Oh, look at the flamingos. Whoa, where are we going this way? Yeah. The sky is like amazing. Fordungianus.
Fordungianos.
Looks a little bit quiet here. They only have a population of 1,000 people. Oh, how cute is this? So cool that you can see all the stonework. And excitingly, we got our little chocks out because we don't often get to use those anymore because we never park in a place where you're allowed to. But this is an official motorhome area over here. There's actually services, and this is the river over here. Look what happens when I turn my back. What have you got there, mister? Are you eating pastries without me?
No, it's not pastry. No, this is an optical illusion. This is an apple. It says so right here, look. Luna di Mele.
Luna di Mele. And is it good?
No, I really like it. There's water here.
There's water. There used to be electricity, but that's not functioning anymore. Everything is for free
This time of the year.
at this time of the year.
Actually, a sign there.
There's no signs. All I see is a lot of mosquitoes.
Wow. Good morning.
Well, good morning. I'm still sleeping.
Okay, we're going to make a quick run to the water and have a look around, but this might just help us wake up a bit, eh?
I'm looking forward to a nice, bright and early soak in warm water. I'm scared that it's going to be too hot.
No, we're going to go in the river. So the river mixes with cool water, and there's very little chance of it actually being too hot.
Oh, well, that's good.
Whoa. That's seriously hot. Yeah.
It is quite nice that even though you have to pay to get into the ruins and listen to an audio guide around there, this section is still open.
Well, you can get a guided tour here by the hour from 9:30 every day. It costs €5, and then someone will take you around and tell you a story. If you can't get an English guide, there's audio guides available.
Well, it's very nice that this is open.
Who's going to go in first? Okay, I'm not going to lie. This is stinking hot. That's medium and very shallow. And that's icy cold.
There's no medium. I mean, the novelty of it is really incredible. The fact that there's just this warm water boiling up here. But it's not particularly beautiful.
It's
There's
super
all sorts
shallow.
of muddiness and things floating in the water. And it's either hot or cold. I've got one side hot, one side cold.
And this is not the idyllic image we imagined it to be.
Not exactly.
This is too hot. This is too hot. And this is too cold. Oh, that's
No, that side's still hot, this side's cold.
Look like you're enjoying it without breaking the walls. Now, although it may look very tranquil here, there's actually all kinds of chaos developing around us. Buses, school groups, cars. Are you healed?
I think I'm healed.
Are you healed?
I'm healed.
Good. Oh, it's
I
amazing.
definitely have some hot patches and some colder patches.
This part is healed. This part isn't. Healed? Not
Oh,
healed.
my ankles are burning standing here.
Alright.
Oh, sorry, you gotta cool. Oh, hot.
Alright, that was fun. Now let's go have a shower and
fine.
breakfast. Great to be able to get a service point here, and we topped out our water as well. So we unfortunately have to head back to Oristano because there's a chance that we might actually trace one of our missing
Head
packages.
northwest.
We hope so. Another nice thing here was that there was unlimited hot water right at the campus stop, so we could even do some hand laundry, which was fantastic. And just look at these cool buildings in this town. They're not rendered.
Turn right. Then, turn left.
They are so quaint.
Right, well, thanks for your hot springs. You can say it.
I can eventually pronounce the name. Fordungianus. Arrivederci.
That's not a good sign. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
We are one step closer. We're on the phone with the guy who's actually got the package from Boza, and he's going to arrive here in an hour and a half.
Okay.
Many hours later.
Yeah.
A package, Melissa!
Yeah, this is it.
This is it.
This is a replacement Mavica sensor for the one I lost in Morocco. Hopefully it's going to work. Not sponsored, by the
Not
way.
sponsored.
Okay, now it's like really late.
Wow.
6 o'clock almost. So, close the door. Let's go. Yeah.
Goodbye, GLS. Hopefully we don't see you again soon. I'm just checking the scene out. Oh, I can hear the bar's music. Can you hear the bar? They just started pumping music.
Oh dear.
There's a bar over there. Doof, doof, doof. Probably gonna need to like 11.
2 a.m.
No, where was we in Serbia where it went on until 4 a.m.
Horrendous.
Alright, yeah.
This is as good as it gets with these kind of places. This is the parking. But it's pretty cool. I mean, it's right on the beach here. So normally all these parkings are paid in season from the 15th of June until like sometime in September.
First thing is to clean the bottom of the tank
Yes!
so that it can stick nicely. This one also has a little holder which gets stuck to the bottom of the tank and the sensor sits in that. The previous one only attached to the tank by magnets, and that's how we lost it because it just vibrated off.
This one also has magnets, but I think the idea of this holder is so you can put it to non-metallic surfaces. But this one's the Pro version, so you can do firmware updates with it. It's got a better battery life. You can actually set how often it reports the set level, and it also gives temperature readings, stuff like that. It's quite nice.
Okay, now tank's got to go back in there. 81%, that's probably pretty accurate.
It's pretty accurate, so we'll just
83.
see what happens.
What does this thing do?
So
Oh, it shows how.
where the sensor is.
Oh, that's not bad because we're actually slightly leany. You can put a alarm threshold, so at 20% it'll give us an alarm. Awesome.
Apparently there's a lot of seaweed here. Might not be that nice. Dude, that is crazy. Look at these balls. What? Look at this. Amazing. Yeah, there you go. It's a furry pebble beach. Never seen anything like this. Wow. Well. Super hot day today. Good morning. Welcome to another day in Sardinia. Now I wish I could say it was an entirely peaceful night, but it wasn't that bad. It was a Friday night. There's a little bar down the road. Music stopped around 10 o'clock, but there was some car traffic. And 11:30, always 11:30, eh? A little car pulled up, literally right behind us, with music pumping. Why? Fortunately, I switched on my rear zombie light, and that might have alerted them to the fact that there's actually someone here. Either way, it's pretty quiet this morning. Lisa went for a swim.
The water is warm.
Don't lie.
Honestly.
Don't fall for your tricks. Your tricks.
That was lovely. The water's shallow, so it's really warm. It's absolutely beautiful. It's actually just too shallow to be able to swim. It's super, super shallow.
You have to go.
That was nice.
Ready for breakfast?
Yes, please.
Okay.
You.
All right. Let's hit the road again. This feels like travel, eh?
It does. It's quite exhausting moving every day.
So we're doing a lot of traveling now, it feels like.
But at least only short distances.
Yeah,
so
okay.
we're not going very far. And there's so much to see in between. Even traveling like this, we're still missing so much.
We're going to see one of the best preserved examples of a nuraghi
Yes, I'm very excited.
Nuragi, which Sardinia is quite famous for, but we'll tell you more about that later. So we got a bit of a drive ahead of us, and
Hopefully we can also stay there.
we might actually stay over there. Yeah, let's go check it out.
Right. Goodbye, bitch. We have a new squeak. We have a strange noise at the back of the camper, and this whole drive we've been trying to figure out what it could possibly be. It's either the body of the camper or the suspension. Listen to that. Doesn't sound good.
We can just sort of pinpoint its vicinity.
It just never ends. Okay, let's go find this place.
Which way is the sun going?
It's gonna go that way.
No,
There's absolutely nobody else in this parking lot. It's just us under Millie, and it is bloody hot. I have to jump up and down, and Andre's underneath the van trying to figure out what's going on.
I don't know. That's weird. That's quite cool. There's good parking. There's even surveillance cameras to look after old Millie. We're going to go to see this this site. We'll see
Nuragi!
it from here, can we?
No, it's that way.
Oh, damn it. I think it's open. Okay, so we're not going to go to the... We're just going to go to the archaeological park. The museum is actually in town.
Unfortunately, we've just got some paper information. You can get an English guide. Currently, she's actually at the museum, so we could have waited for her to come up here, but we said it's not necessary. That's included in the price, and if you call ahead of time, then they'll arrange for the guide to be here.
Who are the Nuragi? What are Nuragi? Nobody really knows. In fact, the name Nuragi is not the name of a people or culture or a clan or a... It actually is derived from these buildings, the Nuragi. And these...
There are more than 7,000 of these that they know of scattered around Sardinia.
There are one for every 3 square kilometers in Sardinia.
Quite crazy. Obviously, some of them are very well preserved. This is one of the best preserved ones, and others are literally just a very small pile of rocks that remains.
Now, what we know is that it seemed to have sort of evolved from the early Bronze Age, where these people sort of established themselves into clans around the island.
Very small clans of about 60 people or so.
But most of it is speculation and based off archaeological digs. There's no actual written record of any of this.
And each clan needed to protect their area of land. So one large section of land would have many Nuragi, which would each belong to its own clan. And then, of course, you also have the giants' tombs, which would be in that same area.
Well, this one specifically has 3 towers, and then it's got these village zone around it. Now, apparently it started like just this.
After it stopped having its function as territorial protection, they actually abandoned the towers and they moved outside towards these little communities, which each one was a little dwelling with a central courtyard. And here you can see in the main structure clearly the different rocks that were used. This is the limestone of the main building blocks,
And then like a basalt volcanic rock.
as a lintel.
You can see here's a tower, here's a tower, and here's a tower. But this was open.
Wow. But the Romans then re-inhabited these spaces and created sanctuaries and places of worship. In fact, this one particularly was an all-female clan and was dedicated to fertility.
And the reason they know that is because they found bracelets, mirrors, lots of lights,
And some money and only feminine things.
And that's what they think anyway happened here. Now most of this is dry stacking. You can also see how they got these big limestone rocks and then these tiny little basalt volcanic rock wedges in between.
It's incredible that this place can be so well preserved, actually.
4,000 years. Yeah, it's amazing.
Wow. One advantage of not having the guide is that we're here alone.
Luckily, because there's not a lot of space here. Massive thick rocks, and I can imagine for them to be able to create these domes or these towers, they had to create these bases this wide. You can actually get a good idea how wide these rocks were stacked.
If you look at it in plan view, you can actually see there's more area dedicated to the width of the walls than there are to the openings. And I mean, some of these Nurahi could be up to 3 stories high with little outside stairwells within the walls which would take you to the top chamber, and they could reach up to 25 meters high.
You're gonna line it up perfectly.
Whoa!
And that's sort of
So
what I
cool.
think it might have looked like. This is the best guess of what it might have looked like before the village developed around it. So you can see the 3 towers with the reinforcement walls. And here the village start forming.
And they abandoned the towers there, you see, and they started
Towers are
living
being
in the village.
abandoned. Wow. Wow, that was pretty cool, eh?
Very, very cool.
So it costs us €4 to get in per person to visit the park. And you can do a combined ticket with the museum, and that's €7. And if you time it right, you can actually get a guide as well.
Or if you phone in advance. And it's quite tough to pick which one of these you go and visit because there are so many in Sardinia. But this one is very nice. I'm happy we chose this one.
There's a few big ones that's sort of well known, but it's super nice. It's so quiet. Yeah, I'm actually quite surprised.
And that you can get so close to it. You can really walk through it. It's very cool.
Okay. Oh, what?
Not to mention, it's a nice view from up here.
Beautiful views, yeah. I see a big fat cloud in the distance. And it's actually quite hot at the moment. We actually decided just to stay here at the Murahi parking. Tired, long day. And I just quickly whipped up something.
Only Andre can. Just quickly whipped up something. Look at this. It is a fennel risotto because fennel is in season at the moment and it is
so
so good.
And super affordable.
And it's really nice
It
and
wasn't
sweet.
what's supposed to be on the menu. Lisa was supposed to get broccoli tonight, but the broccoli got some heat and it doesn't look so good right
Luckily
now.
for me, so the broccoli is bad, so we had to have the fennel. And we got a treat piece of salmon.
Fresh Norwegian salmon, fennel, risotto, and we got a bottle of, I don't know if it's that great, but we're going to try a Pinot Chardonnay Spumante. Spumante. This Sardinia situation is starting to feel like we're traveling because we're sightseeing and we're drinking all kinds of naughty things, but we're not eating that many pastries, so I suppose
But
that's
we're
good.
eating ridiculous amounts of good cheese. And
mamma
cheers!
mia.
And look what we got!
Oh, we got real glasses.
We got bigger glasses!
Sort of.
Real glasses too.
Oh,
This is, we're getting fancy in this
wow, I
motorhome.
just missed the glass completely.
I know more for you. He always says I'm the
I haven't
cheap
even
date.
started. Alright, I think we're going to end this video here, babe.
Yes, but this Sardinia is definitely feeling like quite a holiday. And I think in some ways we always thought it would be.
Cheers.
So, cheers to Sardinia.
We still got more than a month left in Sardinia. It's getting hot, it's getting interesting. Tomorrow, I think we're going to a surprise place. Lisa's very keen on it. It's an underground experience. I'm giving it away. And we're going back to the beach, yes. Hopefully there's some wind. So hopefully you enjoyed this episode of our Sardinia adventures, and we hope you like it. So you subscribe, smash that like button, thumbs up for those people who can't find the like button, and thank you for watching as always, and we'll see you next time in Sardinia. Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
Blink.